Greetings everybody. I've been waiting all day just to play this new Kinggath Creation Watchtower. It looks so freaking awesome. I've just been waiting all day. Alright, I'm going to play for just a little bit, just to get the beginning of it. Let's just making sure that it's loaded. I think it is. I did kind of prep and get a ship ready to put drop modules on it. Kind of a little advance. Just gonna look real quick. I have a few things loaded. Yes, Watchtower is loaded. My old ship. I think I will be uploading a video, just a really quick video about just me reading through what it says Watchtower is on the Creation Store, and it's interesting. It's looks really cool. Can't wait. Here we go. Fortunately, the only companion I have is Sarah, and oh well. Jump here and see if these people pop up. Uh-oh. That has to be it.
Cadillac vessel. Our systems have flagged you as suspect.
very crazy. Stop the boarding party. Okay. My boarding party will be downstairs. I'm gonna open the door and kill them.
Hey, stick to targets and shoot back, okay?
Come on. Took a couple out.
I watched the coffee. By the time we arrive at Hondo Station, they should be prepped for containment. Although, should I have told them to take extra precautions? I've never heard of a detainee needing 2 neural blasts. It happens. Never witnessed it myself, though. We stumbled across an interesting catch, that's for sure. Might even bag us some promotions. Regardless, I'll start getting them ready. Ah, damn it. Another ship is jumping in. We're being boarded.
Well, I can't move. I can look around. That's all I can do. Hello, person.
Huh. Hair's a little shorter, I think. I don't know, hard to tell. But I'm fairly sure you're you. And it looks like I found you not a moment too late. Pins and needles all over, am I right? Yeah. Nasty thing, that beam of theirs. First blast disables your ship, second disables anyone on board.
Thank you for rescue. What the hell are hands? So what are those? I'll say thank you.
Ah, yeah, you're welcome. I think. Huh, that was almost coherent. You should be knee-deep in drool, barely able to remember which shoe goes on which foot. I'm actually impressed. But you'll have to give it a little more time before you can actually talk again and be able to move more than just your head. Uh-huh. You don't say. Well, I'd love to continue this enthralling dialogue we've got going on, catch up on old times, but clock's ticking, so listen carefully. These guys who attacked you, it wasn't by accident. And if I hadn't intervened, you'd be on your way to a max security prison right now. These guys, they will come for you again, and right now there's precious little you could do to stop them. Listen, there'll be enemy reinforcements here at any moment, so I'm gonna use my ship to lure them away. Give them something else to chase for a while. Once you can walk again, come find me at these coordinates. I'll do everything I can to keep you safe. You have my word on that. Now, let's get you out of this and back to your ship.
Thank God. Okay.
me when you have a moment?
Of course you do, Sarah. Some stupid weed or plant or something stupid.
Hello. May I be of assistance? Designation, some guy, unknown. All current station residents located in recreation area.
It's very cool. It couldn't POI. I like it.
Ah, and there she is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here. Oh, thanks, although it's not really mine. I'll introduce you to the owner later. But for now, I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. I'm not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. What can you say about a secretive galaxy-wide organization? I don't know. I can offer some information, but a lot of this will be conjecture.
Right.
Given how well they hide themselves, I think it stands to reason Watchtower has infiltrated the major governments. Maybe the larger corporations, too. And their technology. I don't know if they created it themselves, but what they have is cutting edge and dangerous. Oh, and the most important thing. If Watchtower gets their hands on someone, chances are you'll never see that person again. Why, indeed? What makes you so special? What sets you apart from almost everyone else in the universe? I mean, there's gotta be something. Otherwise, Watchtower wouldn't have taken an interest. They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you. Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it. Well, I suppose that answers that. These abilities of yours. I'd be interested in learning more about them. But that's something we can talk about later. I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device. A kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Or at least, it's meant to. But you took that second burst and just kept on going, didn't you? Took a third to bring you down. Maybe now you're starting to get a picture on why Watchtower might be scared of you, huh? You'd think so, wouldn't you? But scared or not, they know if they hit you enough times, even the most hardy succumb to their weapon. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing. Huh, that was a bit doom and gloom of me, wasn't it? Alright. Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that will keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions. But the catch is, it's not something I can do alone. And it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this. And you're gonna need mine. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself. Because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do not want to be captured by them. Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched the comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were. Just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for. Huh.
How do you know you're welcome?
That's a fair question. I'm trying to think of how to answer without worrying you too much. Okay, a while back, I got my hands on a Watchtower database. Your name showed up a lot. Most of the information was encrypted, but there seemed to be a lot of it. I couldn't tell you why, but Watchtower has been keeping tabs on you for some time. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems. Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. You did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. I think you know what I'm talking about. I can see it in your eyes. There's something about you. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's disruptor. It takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships?
I'm listening.
In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. My name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. I've tried to shake him off ever since.
That was funny. It was Lord of the Rings reference. Nobody catches that.
Why does that not surprise me? You know, I once heard it said that travel broadens the mind. I think we might both agree there's some truth to that. Think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. Proactive. I like it. All right. Here's how we're going to pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware. Equipment. Especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch. That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planet-side would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them skydrops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. Come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer.
I really like the dialogue. It's really good.
The thinking behind them was, when you're in the heat of battle, you never know what you might need, or when you might need it. So, if you found yourself in some trouble, just hit some buttons on a flare, toss it down, and a few seconds later, whatever you needed, there it is. Although, no system is perfect. Skydrop has its drawbacks. First, being you need at least one manned ship in orbit with a Skydrop system installed. Second, that ship needs to be loaded with whatever it is you require. Ship can't drop what it doesn't have. And lastly, Skydrop is a bulky system. Usually you need a large ship to accommodate it. However, I've discovered some workarounds for that issue. Well, no, not technically. However, it's one thing to have other ships just follow you around, but we need more than that. We need coordination. If Watchtower disables your ship, the fleet needs to notice this and react straight away to protect you. That's the whole point of this. And tell me, have you ever actually tried to coordinate multiple vessels in the middle of battle all at the same time? It's not easy, trust me. That's why we need this control node. Otherwise, none of this is going to work. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready, and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time.
Hi, Sarah. What the hell are you take so long to get to me?
Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go? Okay then. Power up your grav drive and take point. I'll be right behind you. Sunny Eridani 3. Alright, power up your scanners and do a sweep of the planet. See if we can find our facility. Receiving your telemetry. There it is. I see our facility, near one of the poles. Huh. Gren wasn't kidding. Most of it's buried under ice. Won't be easy to get inside. But no problem. That's why we've got Skydrop. All we need to do is... Hey, I'm detecting incoming ships. They're small. Look like drones. Watchtower drones, damn! They probably detected our scan. We'll have to deal with them before we can head to the planet's surface. Don't worry, these things aren't big enough to carry disruptors. Still, they can do some damage, so let's take them out as fast as we can. Make sure you keep warm. Conditions down there don't seem overly hospitable. Okay, have a good landing.
I'm gonna see what I can get from these drones first before I do anything else. Very old ship.
you're
never
looking
tire
for
of
shouldn't be too
visiting
far
worlds
away.
like this.
Make your way there, and I'll start prepping Skydrop.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, let's put on my suit. Maybe that'll help. There we go.
Looks like you're there. Okay, here's what you need to do. In order for Skydrop to work, the ship deploying needs pinpoint coordinates and a drop request. So, take out that flare I gave you, punch in a request for a surface missile, then throw the flare near the exposed portion of the facility. That's right, we're blasting this sucker open. And I've only got one missile on board, so make sure you don't mess up.
So I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go save because he only has one missile. Alright, so then
Okay, that's a good read. System's got a lock, missile loaded, Skydrop deploying. Ha! Nice work. Now we've got a way inside.
Activating
Oh, shit. Perhaps I should have mentioned this sooner. This is an old Watchtower facility we're breaking into. But I didn't expect them to have mechs. Your weapons won't scratch it. It just used our only Skydrop. Shit. Oh, I got an idea. Get some distance between you and that mech. Now.
impact registering. Evaluating threat level. System integrity.
Get away from that thing. Now.
Sarah's gonna die.
All right, remember, Watchtower is still looking to capture you. So find the control node, get back to Stardock, and my friends there will help you. If we don't see each other again, best of luck. I got complete confidence in you. Hey, you want to see something cool? Fix your eyes on the mech. And say goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.
Holy crap. I love the new POIs. They're great. Don't like doors that don't open. I agree with Starfield Eclipse. The doors should freaking open.
be interested in.
No, sir. I'm not interested right now. So cool.
All systems.
Careful not to trip any security.
Unable. Repair.
Bring it on!
Possible.
They're gone!
Doesn't seem like it's working right. Now it's on. Alright, here we go.
System failure. Alert. I have located the enemy. I am unable. Repair not possible.
I don't know why this reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn with how the tunnels are. Turbine, air circuit, transformer. Turbine. I have to keep doing it. Not great at this stuff, so. Initialize turbine air. I'm not going to do it right again, I just know. I swear I'm not going to get this right. I suck. I'm writing it down. Initialize system turbine insulators air oscillators and then transformers last. Let's see if I can do it. I swear. I never get this stuff. It's a big one. It seems a little slow, but that's sorry, I was just checking my VSync settings and stuff because it seems very jittery. I don't know if it's just because it's a big area. Well, I don't know why VSync is off. I have it supposed to be on. Oh, wow, it's not. Don't have DLSS turned on, I don't think. Alright. See if it makes any kind of difference. It's still not the greatest. Usually I don't have any problems. I am running a 3090. Save problems all of a sudden again. Save. Let's pull this thing. Nope, can't see the pilot. See something's wrong with the ship.
Hey, you found it. All by yourself, too. Well done. Nope. Lightly tenderized, maybe. I did get knocked around a little bit. Guess I do have some explaining to do. But not here. Not now. We'll be safer back at Stardock. We can talk more there. And also get started on your fleet. Yep, this particular make and model is exactly what we need. At least according to Gren. You've not met him yet, but once we're back at Stardock, I'll make the necessary introductions.
Alright, let's see here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bail on you like that. But I'll make it up to you. I promise. Sounds good to me. Now call me crazy, but I don't think my ship is going to be flying anytime soon. So I'm going to have to bum a ride. Don't worry though, I am a great co-pilot. I only ever crash ships when I mean to.
Haha.
Okay, let's head back to... Was that you or me?
Warning. Connection error detected. Anomalies in Corvette control system. Containment protocols engaged. Area sealed.
Huh. Evidently, pulling that control node had one or two unforeseen consequences. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We are not... This isn't... We cannot fight this thing. It's shields. There's no way we can get through those. The firepower needed to... Wait, I think I got a plan. Stay here and get behind some damn cover.
Sure. Let me go. Let me go. Okay, I can't do anything if we're stuck in the dialogue.
Battle mode active. Entering combat.
1 second. Just checking. Switching some systems. But it does have a synapse disruptor. Perfect. Small snafu. The Corvette doesn't have power. It is umbilical to the facility's reactor. Here's the plan. We can draw power from the facility. You just need to flip some breaker switches. Should be around the hangar bay. I'll regulate things from here. You flip those switches fast as you can.
Containment procedures. Confirm kill. Enemy presence nullified.
Come on!
System integrity at risk. Target acquired.
What are you doing? Are you even listening to me? Breaker switches now! The Corvette's gotta have more power. Okay, good start. Power started flowing, but we'll still need more. Don't stop now. Nice, but the Corvette's still thirsty. Keep it up.
Commencing purge.
Throw those breakers! We're not at full power yet!
Re-evaluating threat level. Prepare for immediate termination. Re-evaluating threat level.
Get to those switches! We're still short on juice!
Threat level. Lethal force authorized.
Almost there, but we're still short. One more. We're
Returning to standard operations. Engaging enemy partner.
No time for messing around! Come on! Flip those switches!
All systems.
Power's still low! Breaker switches! ASAP! You did it! Yes! Disruptor's got all the power it needs! Alright, hold on. I'm taking the shot!
He did it again, didn't he?
Hey. Hey, you alright?
A King Pucker. A King Pucker.
Oh, boy. I think you already know the answer to that. You got zapped by the disruptor. Of course that would happen. I should have thought of that. Sorry, that's my bad. But hey, the mech's out of commission. See? Nothing but fried circuits now. All thanks to you. You're not half bad at this whole thinking on your feet thing. You're welcome. Drool running down your chin and still impeccable manners. Bravo. You're looking more upright than I'd expect. Guessing the disruptor didn't get a clean hit on you. Huh, that's lucky. Means you should be able to walk, and in a straight line even. More or less. Well, lockdown's over and we have the control node. We can finally leave this place. Come on, let's hightail it back to Stardock.
Wasn't expecting to cliff dive today.
Sure, what, sir?
I'm listening.
Yep.
Until
don't
later.
ask me, say you want to talk, and don't talk to me.
Ugh, Torin! Why is it every time we get back from a supply run, you're nowhere to be found? Is it really that hard to stay put and not leave the station unattended?
Ah, you're exaggerating. It's not every time. Besides, Babs was here.
Babs can't regulate the station's power core. You know, the unstable power core.
So, how was your supply run? Those surgeon guys have everything you need?
No, they didn't. Per usual. I don't think I didn't notice you changing the subject.
Speaking of changing the subject, let me introduce my friend here.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you too. Sorry, who are you?
This is the person I told you about, Harper. The one I was looking for. She was very almost a permanent guest of Watchtower. Thankfully, though, I was there to save her sorry ass. Instead of waiting alone on an empty station, twiddling my thumbs.
Oh, I see. Huh. Then I guess you had a good excuse to not be here. You're off the hook. This time.
1,000 thank yous, my fair lady. Thy generosity is truly boundless.
Put a sock in it, Torin.
And you, Torin's friend? From what I understand, you be no fan of Watchtower, right? If you want to give them a bloody lip, come talk to me when you have a moment. Got a job for you.
That's Harper. Stardock belongs to her as much as it belongs to anyone. She lets a few of us hang out here, provided we don't misbehave. Let's see. There's me, Gren, and the occasional drifter. And I suppose now you as well. Harper's got a soft spot for the dispossessed. That's for sure. Stardock! Well, now it is, but it's really only had that name for the past few months. Before that, it laid abandoned for a decade or so. And before that, I think it was some sort of outpost during the Colony War? You should ask Harper about it. She knows more about this place than I do. If you already trust me, then sure, you can trust her too. I do. It's thanks to her Stardock is even up and running in the first place. And I wasn't kidding about her being generous. She's good people. As for more personal details, you should go ask her yourself. I don't think she'd object to sharing. That's a good question. It wasn't easy. I mean, I never intended for a suicide run, but still, you can't always rely on your talents to get you out of a jam. But I did have a way out. A sort of escape plan. Without getting too deep into the nitty-gritty details, let's just say this time, my talent was at least enough to avoid certain death. But not enough to land me anywhere near you, post-escape. That's why it took me a while to catch up to you. Sorry about that. But you did just fine without me. And I knew you would. Ah, you already know. And if you don't, you will soon enough. So, why spoil the surprise? Look, I'm still here, you're still here, that's what's important. The specifics, those will come when the time is right. For that, we need to go talk with Gren. He's a ship engineer. Can help us get everything set up and installed. You've not met him yet, so maybe I should... Gren maybe isn't what you'll be expecting. But you don't need to worry about him. He's on our side. I mean exactly what I said. He's on our side, and I fully trust him. We should head over to Gren's workshop. Or, I suppose we could go to the bar, talk with Harper first. She did seem to want you for something. It's up to you what we do. Lead, and I will follow.
How's things for you?
understandable. Apologies if I caused distress. Maybe I should remove my helmet.
Oh, actually, that might... Okay.
There. Much better. Torin really should have prepared you better for this.
Ren is ex-Watchtower. He's defected. No longer with them. Now he's as much their enemy as you or me. And as for his colorful appearance...
There's no need to be delicate, Torin. I won't be offended. We can speak plainly. If you're curious, please, feel free to ask any questions you might have. I'll answer what I can. Simple, really. It helps keep me safe and well. And not just because it's armor. Most Watchtower members undergo changes to enhance them for their particular duties. These changes aren't entirely positive, however. There's always a number of complications. But our helmets and suits help mitigate these issues. Despite being augmented and conditioned by them, my loyalty to Watchtower was never strong. To me, it was always just a job. However, a chance encounter forced me to reevaluate my career choice. Learning what Watchtower does to people like you and Torin, that was something I wanted no part in. And so I deserted. Not something Watchtower takes kindly to. But for that to become a problem, they'll first need to find me. Probably not as much as you'd prefer. Watchtower is a highly secretive organization, even to those within it. All information is on a need-to-know basis. And since all I needed to know was engineering, what information I can share is limited. We can talk more on the subject later if you'd like. Unwell? No. In fact, right now I'm likely in better health than anyone on this station. My appearance is a result of genetic manipulation, something that most members of Watchtower are subjected to. It's a voluntary procedure, but one that's required to move up the ranks. I take it that means you recovered the control node.
Got it right here. Was exactly where you said we'd find it. Although a heads up about the mechs would have been nice.
Mechs? I'm shocked there were any remaining. They were all flagged for transfer. I hope they didn't cause too much trouble.
We're alive, aren't we? Don't worry about it. Still, you should probably work on your intel.
Intel is Harper's specialty, not mine. If you hand me the control node, we can begin building your fleet. Interfleet coordination can be complicated. Such things are often handled by a suite of human operators, situated on command decks of large vessels. The fleet sync control node is capable of doing the same job, but with considerably less overhead. This particular version, the Model 2, is outdated, has a number of security exploits, making it perfect for integration with a non-Watchtower ship. A few years back, the facility you broke into was an active Watchtower safe house, an off-the-grid outpost offering supplies or refuge to traveling operatives. I was one of the last people to step foot inside before it was abandoned. Therefore, I knew it had what you and Torin needed. Didn't know about the mechs, though. They shouldn't have been there. Someone must have changed orders at the last minute. Sorry. Acceptable condition. Should suffice. I've already done most of the prep work. Installing this to the main board shouldn't be difficult. Please, have a seat. Help yourself to a snack or drink. This won't take long. There. I think we're done here. The control node integrated without issue. You now have a mainframe fully capable of fleet management and coordination. Nothing I didn't anticipate,
but I have had weeks to plan this. Efficiently. This fleet command system I fabricated, you should find it fairly intuitive. Go ahead, try it for yourself. Use the terminal and commission one of your other ships to your fleet. And that's all you have to do. That vessel's now part of your fleet. Newly commissioned vessels will automatically follow your lead ship. But if you prefer different tactics, you can always change their orders. Keep in mind, at the moment, the command system can only handle one additional ship. But if you want, you can always switch a vessel out for another. Now, a ship needs a pilot. If you have an available crew member, you can assign the role to them.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind piloting a ship. You know, if you've got no one else in mind.
Assigning a pilot is easy. Just use the terminal again. You should see the option.
Trying to exit.
Congratulations. You now have an active fleet. Of course, it's only 2 ships, but in time, and with additional resources, we can grow that number. I'm unsure I can adequately explain. Suffice it to say, the fleet command system exploits Watchtower technology to our benefit. It's robust and adaptive.
Yeah, we owe you one, Gren. This should at least be enough to even the odds against any Watchtower patrols that come our way.
Torin, I noticed that your ship and the skydrop system I spent several weeks retrofitting into it are suspiciously absent.
Ah, yeah, about that. You see, there was a situation, unavoidable, really. One thing led to another, and I ended up destroying my ship.
That does not surprise me. And now, I am doubly glad that I began work on building a second skydrop deployment system. We can integrate it into your fleet's new ship immediately. I have a feeling you will make for a better custodian for it than Torin. Be advised, skydrops are used by fleet ships that remain in orbit. If you install a skydrop to your home ship, it'll be useless. Now, where did I put that vacuum tape?
are taking a while to
The Skydrop system has been successfully integrated. I trust Torin has explained how it all operates. Naturally, you'll need flares to call one down. So, take these. That's all I have to hand right now. However, you can always craft additional flares, assuming you have the necessary materials. I may also be able to fabricate more for you. Be sure you check my personal stockpile from time to time. For now, that's all I can do for you. I hope it's enough.
We appreciate it, Gren. Really. But are you sure there's nothing else? Not to sound ungrateful, it's just...
So far, everything I've made has been reverse engineered from Watchtower hardware. The fleet command system, the Skydrops. In theory, I could upgrade these things, but I'd need specialized components. Watchtower components.
Well, in that case, if we come across any Watchtower materials, we'll be sure to let you know. Ha! We have a fleet! Yes, right now it's only 2 ships, but it's still early days. I'm sure we'll figure out a way to expand. Now, I do believe the delightful Miss Harper requested your presence. So, let us visit her, post-haste.
Do you need a Skydrop? I have some items available. Until next time.
Okay, now
There is always
get
much
some
to
money
do.
from the sky.
I've got a few things on hand. Take a look.
There we go. Crap, let's empty stuff out now, 'cause I think I just wrote something I didn't want to. Doesn't matter. dog's barking.
Farewell.
But I have
I used to
Watchtower
use boost packs all the
so
time.
long.
Never really stick the landings.
Wait a minute, I need to...
Back again, I see. Something requires my attention. Return if you require further assistance.
First rule. This is my home, and you're a guest. So behave yourself.
But so long as you don't cause trouble, my docking bays are always open. With that out of the way, welcome to Stardock. I think that's what we ended up calling this place. That I do. Found this place a few months back. Abandoned for years. Falling apart at the seams. But with a little love and a lot of welding, we got it into decent shape. And best of all, here, I make the rolls. Sleep a hell of a lot better knowing that. Me? Not much to tell. I mean, I grew up in Neon, lost more to that city than I care to share. So, I left. After that, tried to do some good for a while. Fell in with one of the medical firms. Would pull folks out of bad situations, patch them up if they're hurt. Felt right at the time. I didn't care much for all the regulations.
Just wanted to do what needed doing.
Now I do my own thing. No one holding me down, no one trying to pull my strings. Suits me just fine.
Torin? Oh, that's a story. We first met here, on this very station.
Both trying to lay claim to it.
I thought he was just some spacer, trying to muscle me out. Almost blew him out of an airlock.
What do you mean, almost?
But once we stopped trying to kill each other, we figured out we both just wanted a safe place to set up shop.
Sure did. Compared to Torin and Gren, I don't have much of an axe to grind with Watchtower. But from the little I know of them,
I don't think I like them very much.
they seem like the domineering type.
Sticking their noses where they're not wanted. So, when Gren tells me he detects some sort of Watchtower listening post in the Altair system, I can't say I'm too happy about that.
The Altair system? It's barely a jump away. No
I'm
wonder
sorry,
you're
Brian, I
agitated.
didn't see you. From the thing, I've been paying attention to the game. Usually I don't see a lot of people, but thank you. Thank you for the like.
Gren's a cautious guy, always running scans. Likes to catalog things. On the way back from a supply run, one of his scans picks up some weird signal from the system we're passing. At first, he thought it might be a distress call. Someone's comms were on the fritz, so they were forced to get creative calling for help. But digging a little deeper, he realized it's a Watchtower signal. A covert signal. Only reason he found it was because of his training. Me, personally? No, never even knew they existed until a few months back. But the more I learn about them, the more I know I don't want them anywhere near my station. I don't care if it's the Freestar Collective, pirates, or even this Watchtower. I don't want anyone snooping around near my home. This listening post, it's not good for any of us. It's got to go.
Hey, you won't get any argument out of me.
So here's my proposition. I tell you where this listening post is, you download any data it's collected, then take it offline. I'll pay you for your time. A nice heap of credits. More than enough to make it worth your while. They'll know someone hit their listening post, sure. They're not idiots. But space is big. As long as you're careful and don't leave a trail, they'll have no clue who pulled the plug or where they went. Just keep your head down and don't get sloppy. No witnesses, no problem. Beats me. That's part of why I'm asking you to do this. It could be something as innocuous as planet survey records. Although, that would be anticlimactic. Thought I was pretty clear. I don't want some creepy listening post near my home. Simple as that. If you're asking why I'm interested in the data, well, let's just say I'm curious. What's Watchtower trying to poke their nose into? And why? That kind of intel could be worth something. We only passed by the system, but as best we could tell, the listening post was somewhere on Altair 3. Couldn't tell you exactly where, though. You'll probably have to investigate the planet to find that out.
We actually already have experience searching for Watchtower facilities. I think we know just what to look for. Well, we got a fleet. No reason not to head out right away. Guess I should get aboard my new ship.
Alright, I'm tired. I gotta get this out. Maybe I gotta play Saturday night. I'm not sure. Alright, everybody, have a good night. It's been really cool so far.